Hey, what's up guys? Spencer Rhodes here, and this is my review of The Walking Dead Season 9 premiere, A New Beginning. This episode was pretty good. It didn't blow me away or anything. I thought it was good. I thought it was a step in the right direction, something that the show has been needing for the last couple of years, because I feel like Season 7 and Season 8 were sort of mediocre. Good episodes, bad episodes, weak moments, good moments, but just overall average, overall mediocre. And this episode really seemed like a step in the right direction. And to be fair, I feel like I need to go back and rewatch it and make sure there's nothing I missed. Because not only that, but sometimes I don't know how much I like something until I watch it a second time. But based off first impressions, I liked it. I enjoyed the episode. It's a good episode. It's not the best. It's not the best episode in the entire show. It's not my favorite episode. It might not even be my top 10. It might be in my top 10. I don't know, but it would be like number 9 or number 10. You know what I mean? So it was good. A lot of people are saying that Angela Kang is saving the show, making The Walking Dead great again. I could not agree more. You can just tell that Scott Gimple isn't controlling as much stuff because there's none of that god-awful Gimple speak, or characters just say things that you don't fucking say. Not only that, but characters were talking in ways that they didn't talk in the first 3-4 seasons of the show, and then Gimple just had all this weird dialogue and bottle episodes. We don't know if we're going to get bottle episodes. Usually the first episode of a season is always action-packed. There's always almost every character. So, episode 2, episode 3, episode 4, they could still be weak episodes. They could still be bottle episodes. But I agree with everyone that says Angela Kang is saving the show. I completely agree. I think Scott Gimple was killing the show. So the fact that it's not dying anymore, yeah, pretty much Angela Kang is saving it. And I really liked the landscape. There were shots of the city when Rick and everyone went to the museum, and then they came out. Well, the museum was cool. It was a cool set piece. But when they came out, you actually saw like buildings and like a whole city that's been in the apocalypse for a few years. So everything is falling apart and old looking. And it's really cool. Everything is just covered in grass and moss, and there's old cars. That wasn't CGI. You could tell that they actually took the time to put a lot of those things there, like the car and the grass and everything. And then when they were all walking away, then you saw the big shot of the White House. That was probably CGI, but it was cool. It all looked cool. And it seemed like more money was being spent on this episode than it has been for years. Maybe that's just Angela Kang knowing how to manage the budget more, or being more creative with the low budget, or they finally decided to give the show a budget, because that was one of the biggest problems in season 7 and 8 was the budget. It just seemed like there wasn't any budget. It just seemed like they didn't want to show us the things like Rick crashing into Negan's car or Shiva getting killed. It just seemed like a lot of things didn't get shown. It didn't seem like there was a high budget for All Out War. You really need a high budget, and then there wasn't one. So this episode seemed like a lot of money was spent on it. It's either that or Angela Kang just knows how to manage it better. I don't know. But yeah, really good episode. Gregory's dead. Gregory gets his comic death. I'm not surprised, and I'll miss the actor because I'm a really big fan of Xander Berkeley. But it pretty much had to happen because of the comics. And Enid getting shoved to the ground, is her back broken? Like, is she a paraplegic? Because we saw her in a wheelchair, so I'm assuming that she's a paraplegic. Or maybe she just got injured, because it didn't seem like it was a big deal. It didn't seem like anyone cared. Maybe they cared off screen or something, but it just seemed like, oh, Enid got hurt. I'm like, she got hurt? She's in a wheelchair. You don't care? But yeah, I might make a video about that because that seemed a little confusing. So that might be something worth discussing, whether or not Enid's going to permanently be unable to walk. But yeah, this was a pretty good episode. Daryl had some good moments. I actually heard the words he was saying for once. I could actually tell what he's saying. Usually it's like, but this episode, I could actually hear him. And it seems like they're giving him some of Comic Dwight's material, which I'm frustrated with that. Why does Daryl need more of other characters' shit? Like, Tyrese and Abraham were supposed to be like Rick's best friends. That didn't happen because Daryl. You know, Andrea's comic moments, they gave a lot of those to Daryl. And now Austin Emilio isn't coming back or something, or we don't know where he is. I really wish we saw Dwight this episode. I'm kind of frustrated with that. And they had to give his comic material to Daryl because that's what Daryl needs. More comic material that other characters are supposed to have. Like, come on. Give something to someone else for a change. I'm glad that Daryl's talking again. But yeah, I don't want them giving him the comic Dwight material. Because there used to be people saying that Dwight wouldn't even be on the show because Dwight is just Daryl. And, well, now, guess what? Daryl is getting Dwight's comic stuff. So, I don't know. Also, the scene where they're walking on the glass floor in the museum, I was like, oh, that's gonna break and someone's gonna get hurt or killed. But I guess that's maybe the characters think it's safe. And then they bring the carousel down, and they're dragging that, and the glass is breaking. And I'm like, no, hell no! What were you guys thinking? Ezekiel almost died. Ezekiel almost got killed because he fell through the glass. I mean, what if he did get killed? What if someone else got killed? Was that just going to be collateral damage? Like a sacrifice so that they could give the artifacts to the saviors and help the sanctuary? I mean, I think that they should help the sanctuary, but they shouldn't sacrifice someone and have them break through the glass because they're dragging that carousel. Like, what were they thinking? I knew that was going to happen. We all knew that was going to happen. So what the hell were they thinking? It was just worth the risk. Oh well, someone dies. I mean, they couldn't have like used more rope or something and gone around it. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. I feel like that was done just to have a scare, you know, just an intense Walker moment where there's all those walkers under them and then the glass breaks. But I don't know. I feel like in real life people would be like, hell no, I'm not dragging that big ass thing through this glass that has 100 walkers under it. Was this a TV show? Like, no, I would not do that. That seemed a little dumb, but I understand why it's important. I just don't think that I mean, if Ezekiel had gotten killed, he would just be collateral damage, you know, a sacrifice. And I'm like, that's kind of fucked up. And that's pretty much what happened to Ken. That's the reason why Ken's parents got mad, because they felt like he was just sacrificed for getting things for the sanctuary. And yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with those characters. I don't really like them. I'm fine if Ken's parents just get killed or something, but I mean, that's just me. They'll probably get killed in like season 10 or something. But yeah, we got to see most characters. We didn't get to see Negan. I think he was in the previews for next episode or something, so we'll see him locked up. But overall, this was a good episode. This was a strong start to a season, and hopefully, you know, they can keep it going. I'm still kind of worried about when Rick gets killed in episode 5 or episode 6 or whatever. I mean, when Rick gets killed and Maggie leaves and it's open-ended, man, I mean, those were like literally the two biggest characters in this episode were Maggie and Rick. And I guess that's a good thing because they're getting screen time while they're around, because they're not going to stay that way. But at the same time, once they're gone, you're going to have the next 8-10 episodes of the season where they're not there anymore. You know, two of the most important, maybe possibly the two important characters in this story are going to be gone. One's going to be dead, one's going to be open-ended or whatever. And I'm just saying that because that's what they've told us officially. Rick's going to die, Maggie's going to be open-ended. So, I'm a little worried about the rest of the supporting cast carrying the show from that point on. I believe that Angela Kang is a strong writer and that she's better than Scott Gimple, but I'm still worried about what the show's going to be like without Maggie and Rick, and especially without Rick. I mean, I don't know. I'm hoping for the best. I hope that Rick and Maggie are taken out of the show and that it stays good. But yeah, anyway, overall, I like this episode. It's definitely a step in the right direction. They just need to keep it that way. I don't want episode 2, 3, and 4 to be bottle episodes with low budget and then realize that they just had the first episode good, because they've done that before. Usually the first episode of every season is a strong episode, and then it kind of, just gets worse. But yeah. Anyway, with all that said, let me know what you think. Did you love this episode? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? What do you think about the rest of the season? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think it's going to stay this good? Do you think Angela Kang is indeed saving the show? Because I do. But yeah, with all that said, I'm Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Don't be shy. Hit that like and subscribe. I'm not going anywhere. I am currently at 147 subscribers. I would love to try to get to 200 in the next few weeks. But, whatever happens, happens. But if you're interested in subscribing, please don't hesitate. And if you want to, if you're interested, share this channel with your friends, your family. I don't care. Anyone you want to share this with, share it with them. Share it on your Facebook, Twitter, just wherever you want to share it. And let's continue to grow this community. Anyway, I am Spencer Rhodes, and I will see you guys later. Bye!